So this is a Bessacarr Cameo 650. Going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your Elco hitch. So you've got your stabiliser that locks down into place. You've got your normal hitch, which you hold up, wind the jockey wheel down onto the ball, and then the lock handle will lock down into place so it's locked onto the back of the car. Then once you've done that, push down your stabiliser and that will lock it on the back of the car and activate the stabilising. Jockey wheel, handle on the side to lift the jockey wheel up and down. You've got your handle on top as normal to wind the jockey wheel up and down, as you can see. Handbrake, push it down when you travel, before you travel. And then you've got your power lead to the car, or your light lead to the car. So you push it into place, turn it 90 degrees, and that will lock into the back of the car. Then you've got your ATC point on the front here. Put a gas bottle in to demonstrate the gas system's working, gas pipe work, and then your gas changeover valve at the top. So you've got your gas valve that points across to the right hand side if you're using the pipe on the right hand side. If you want to have a second pipe connected or a second bottle connected, put a second pipe on this side and just change over the gas valve on this side. Water connection, if you're going to run just through your onboard water, through the heater tank or your the hot water tank, sorry, you'll just need to connect the pump up on the bottom side here, and you'll put the pump into the aqua roll. You then got your shower connection at the front here, so you can buy a dog shower attachment if you wish to go into there. Wind down legs on either side of the van at the front. Then at the top here, you've got your fill section for the onboard water tank, which is underneath the cabinet at the front, which I'll show you when we go inside. But to do that, you connect the pump up on the top or to fill that tank. You turn the pump on as normal and it will start filling the system on board the van. You've then got your battery box, your mains power lead coming in the side of the van, and your battery box. Quick release terminals on top of the battery. You can, if you wish to, disconnect one of the terminals during the winter so it doesn't draw down the power on the battery. Then got your motor mover, which I'll demonstrate in a little while for you. At the end of this video we'll go through how that operates. The wheel nuts will be torqued before it's delivered to you, so they've been torqued correctly before you receive the van. Then got your toilet flush tank, so this takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. Then in the bottom you've got your toilet cassette, which takes 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid. To release it, pull the handle up and pull it towards you. You've got a pressure relief button on the back, your neck for emptying the waste out of, and you'll need to put in here 1 litre of water and a cap full of the blue fluid before use. The handle, lift it up and pull it out so you can pull the cassette along, so you're not having to carry it when going to the waste point. Down the side here as well, you've got your 2 grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van, as you can see. Back of the van you've got your self-levelling, and the same at the front of the van. I'll go through that again at the end of the video, show you how to put them up and down so you can see how they operate. And down the side of the van to the front, you've got a 3-pin electric socket to put power out into your awning. You've then got TV bracket and another power socket in there, and 12-volt connection and aerial connection, and the bracket will just come out the side of the van. In the next locker along, you've got your underbed storage. As you can see, it allows you to get to the storage facility, storage points underneath the bed, and your alarm system, and then the tank I was talking about on the other side of the van, the onboard water tank. At the front of the van, you've also then got your barbecue gas point, as you can see. So I'll go inside the van and go through the operation first, then I'll come back outside and demonstrate the self-levelling, etc. to you, and the motor mover. I'm going to shut the door up. If you can hear, the radio is working away. So above the door, you've got your main control panel for the caravan, so you've got power on and off, your main power. As you can see, battery charging away, the time just needs adjusting in the clock there. You've got your internal lights coming down the side here and your awning light at the top. You've then got your water pump run at the bottom, which I'll come back to in a moment. But before you turn that on, I'm going to explain how to fill the water system. Obviously, explain the outside. The top connection is for the onboard tank, which we're going to go to first, which is this tank just down here. Down underneath, under the side cushion here, you've actually got your onboard hot water, or your hot water tank as well. Now you'll see down here, you've got 3 valves. You've got the white valve just here, and the 2 yellow drain down valves. So you're probably used to seeing the drain down valves if you caravan before. On the panel that drops down, it tells you how to fill the water tank. So if you're going to run off the internal supply, which is this tank just here, you're going to need to turn the white valve down the side here into the down position and make sure both the drain valves are shut as they are now. If you're going to fill from the aqua roll just to the hot water tank, what you're going to do is you're going to spin this valve back round to this position here, and that's how I'm going to demonstrate filling it for now, but the procedure's the same for both fill options. So as you can see, valves pointing across to the right, drain down valve shut, and drain down valve shut. So what we're going to do now is, you'll notice I've already bled the system with water so I can demonstrate it all working to you. And you will notice when I open the tap up that the water's actually hot already. So we're opening the tap up, but you're going to do this on all the taps in board the vent. You're going to do the one in the kitchen, the sink in the bathroom just behind the door, and the shower as well. But what we're going to do at that point is, we're going to come over to the control panel and turn on the water pump just here. So we're going to turn the water pump on. As you can see, it's coming up water level low at the moment just for the fact I haven't filled the big tank at the front. But you'll notice, hopefully, that is steaming away. The water's nice and hot. And that is running. That isn't even boosted at the moment, that's just running at normal temperature. So to boost it, or to turn on the water supply, I'm just going to turn off the pump for now. And when you do receive the caravan, it will actually be completely drained down with no water in the system. And I'm actually going to do that now, so I don't forget. So to drain the water system, as you can see, you need to have the valve pointing across as you would to fill the hot water tank. And then you're going to open up both yellow drain valves, and that will drain down the onboard water tank and the hot water tank system itself. And what you're also going to do is come over to the taps, open up all the taps in the centre. Any water that's left in the system will then drain down completely. Shower one's already open. So to warm the water, as you would normally, the control panel just here is for your heating and hot water when it clears up. Hopefully it will in a second. There we go. So on here you've got to say the heating pump is running, you've got mains connection to the caravan, and you've got your internal temperature below. We're going to press menu, and at the top here you've got your temperature for the inside of the caravan. So you've got down or up to set the temperature of the heating itself. Next one below is your water temperature. So you've got water on and water boost. So when it's halfway up, that's just the water temperature on. As I said, if you go all the way up, that's your water on boost, whether you're on gas or electric. Below that here, you've got your power coming into the caravan on main. So you've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, or 3. Here on site, we can only run it on 1, so I'm going to turn it back down to that. And to ignite the gas system on the heating and hot water, and like I said, this just controls heating and hot water, you're going to press the gas symbol down the bottom here, and that'll run the gas, heating and hot water for the caravan. Again, I'm going to turn that off for now so it starts cooling down before the van's delivered to you. Next thing we're going to come to is the fridge. So you open the fridge door. On the fridge you've got the main power button, so you've got power on, as you can see. You've then got your option to run the fridge on gas, and as the gas is turned on it will self-ignite on gas. If it failed to ignite, it'd flash the light here and the light here. If it does ever fail to ignite, it could mean the gas system needs bleeding, so we'd advise you go to the hob, which I'll show you in a moment, or working. And when it ignites, the blue light here is your pilot light. On the left hand side, you've got your mains fridge, so you've got your mains fridge chill in there now, and then you control the temperature of the fridge on gas or electric on the button on the right hand side. If you want to chill the freezer, you press the freezer button just here, and then you control the temperature of the freezer on the button again just there. Turn the freezer mode back on, or turn off the option to chill the freezer. It will still freeze, it's just that you need to set the temperature by pressing that button. When you're travelling down the road and you want to get the beers and wine nice and cold, hit the 12-volt button on the right hand side, and that will cheer the beers nicely in the fridge for you. To turn the fridge off, you press and hold the power button, and that will turn off the fridge system. Microwave, very much the same as your household microwave, no differences at all there. Set your temperatures, etc., and away you go. So I'm just going to ignite the grill now, so I'm just going to put this down for a second. if I can figure out how to do it without turning off the video. So as you'll see, hopefully in a second when I ignite everything. So, can't show you the electric ring working, but the red light is coming on the front to say it's operating. The gas rings. As you can see, all working and all igniting. Next of all, we're going to go to the grill, show you that operating. So the grill itself, very simple to do. Again, hold the gas valve at top. There we go. Grill's ignited. As you can see, didn't have my finger on the gas button properly. For that, you do need to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds to let the grill to warm up. To turn it off, get back to central. It's going to be a little bit hard to show the oven, but hopefully you'll be able to see through the little holes down that you see just here in the video. As you can see, oven has ignited as well, or what you can see through the holes just down there, the oven has ignited and it is starting to warm up. Again, I'll turn that off. Go through to the bathroom next and show you how the toilet system works. So once you've filled it on the outside, you've got an electric flush up top here. There is no water in the system at the minute, we have drained it down for winter storage. And then you put your toilet waste flat below, as you'd have probably used many a time before, again, if you have caravan. Bed itself, already made up. Put your bed sheets on, and away you go. One thing just to remember is the towel rail that you see on the far side of the van next to the shower, they do stay extremely hot. They do get extremely hot, so be careful with hands, legs, etc. when you're in here, just so you don't burn yourself at all. So that's the inside of the caravan. I'm going to go and grab a colleague, and then we'll run through the motor mover system on this van. We'll demonstrate exactly how that works and also the self-leveling. So with the self-leveling, very easy to use it. Currently we've got all the legs down, so I'm going to show you how to retract them first. You're going to press the power button, and you'll notice the light in the centre here, the green light, is to indicate the van is level. When the legs are up, you'll actually notice an orange arrow on a couple of these saying it is out of level. And you will also need to make sure the nose is pointing down before you put the legs down so you can stabilise the van. But to put them up, very simply, press the button down here and the legs will start retracting. While that's going through the process of doing that, down here, just down the side, you've actually got an emergency retract button, which if for any reason you need to get the legs up quickly, hit the button and the legs will start raising. Don't advise you use it all the time, but when you do need to use it, the button is there as a safety mechanism. Go. So as you can see, as I was discussing or talking to you about before, you can see the orange arrows here saying the van is currently out of level. Now to put the legs down, again you need to press the power button just here, the same as with the remote control. And then to get the legs to come down, you'll press the button here, the auto down, and the legs will start coming down. As you can see, the orange box lights up here to let you know the legs are coming down. You've also got a stop button here, so when they are going down, if you need to stop it for any reason, hit the button and it will stop the legs from going down any further. Orange arrows disappear as it starts leveling up. And normally you would stay outside of the van during this process. once the legs are down, what you can do is you can turn the control panel back off, and the legs won't raise at all. They'll stay in the down position, but just so you can save some battery on board. So to engage the mover, you've got your red power key just here. A little cutout. You'll see a little cutout on the receiver itself inside the in the side of the locker. Sorry, a little brass tab in the side here, which you'll then put into place. Turn 90 degrees with a little push in. So when you turn it, push in slightly to allow it to come round. And then at that point, you can turn on the controller on the side, just there. Give it a couple of seconds just to register that it's doing what it should be doing. And then you'll engage the motor mover against the wheels by pressing the 2 buttons at the bottom. Go. So once it's engaged against the wheel, we'll come around the front of the van, release the handbrake, and then on the controller itself, you've got forwards, and backwards. And then when you're coming forwards, you turn the van by using the steering wheel as it was. What we're doing is we're going to move right out on the road so you can see it's all working properly. So to disengage it, you're going to pull up the handbrake first. Then on the controller, the two top buttons, sorry, you're going to press and hold. And then you'll hear the mover start to unwind the wheels. At that point you can turn the controller off, and you'll turn the power off in the locker on the other side of the van. Turn the power off and remove the key. Most people leave the key in the bottom there, and then you've got a little cap just to cover up the connection. Thank you very much for watching. If you need any more help, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help.